As a Christian, you need to understand that being alone does not make you strong. It makes you vulnerable. Cutting people off does not protect you. It actually isolates you. And if you think you don't need anybody, you definitely have a spirit of pride. Today, I'm going to show you in this video why community is not optional if you want to grow your relationship with Christ and if you want to become the person that God has created you to be. But before we get into this, my name is Delphine and this is actually my first YouTube video. I actually created this channel to help people grow their relationship with God and become who God has created them to be. So if you're one of those people, follow for more videos. So let's go some of the lies that society has taught us that have made us put ourselves down instead of actually lifting us up and becoming better. There is strength in being alone. This is actually false. Being alone is not strength, it's survival mode. Genesis chapter 2 verse 18 tells us it is not good for man to be alone. There is a reason why God created a woman outside out of a man rib. We were never meant to be alone. We were meant to be in community. We were meant to be with one another. We need people in our life that are going to lift us up. We need people in our life that are going to remind us who we are when we fall down. We need people in our life that are going to hold us accountable and push us to be better. We cannot do this life alone. Nobody have done this life alone. And even if you're not a Christian, so many people that have succeeded in this life, if you ask them how they did it, they will always tell them that there was somebody or a group of people that has helped them to achieve their goal. Life number 2, being isolated helps us protect ourselves. That is not true. Isolation is a trap. It is not protection. Proverbs chapter 18 says, whoever isolates himself seeks his own desire. He break out against all sign of judgment. You cannot know everything. You cannot always get everything right. Sometimes you are going to need somebody to check with you. That's why we need elders. Even pastor, priest, CEO, all of them have superior who they go to that is literally advising them and that is literally telling them when they are making mistakes. You cannot make big decisions alone. There is a reason why when we do so many things, we fail at it. Because we do not seek counsel. We do not ask other people that are wiser than us. We are not going to ask other people's opinion. And I'm not talking about asking anybody's opinion. I'm talking about asking wiser people. I'm talking about asking people who have already done it, who have already been where you are. Those are the type of people that you need to seek counsel for. You need to have those people in your life. You need to have those people in your cycle. And if you don't have somebody like that, you need to start seeking and looking for somebody like that. Trust me, you cannot be who God had designed you to be. You cannot achieve all of the great things that you were destined or you were meant to do if you do not have a great counsel. You need a great counsel. Lies number 3, you don't need anybody to succeed. That is the biggest lies that I have heard. Your blessing is often hidden in your community and you don't even know it. Ecclesiastes chapter 4 verses 9 to 10 say, 2 are better than 1. If either fall, the other will lift him up. When you are falling down, when life calls the tougher battles at you, when the enemy want to play in your face, when the enemy wants to drag you down the mud with him, he's going to attack you. But if you have somebody else with you, who know what you're going through, who is there for you, who has been rooting for you, who has been praying for you and praying with you, that person is not going to let you tear yourself down. That person is going to make sure that you remember why you started what you are doing. That person is going to make sure that you remind yourself of the goal. You remind yourself of the reason why you started it all. That person is going to make sure that things doesn't fall apart even when you fall apart. And that's the reason why we need people around us. And not just anybody. We need Christian-minded individuals. We need people who have the same mindset and same belief system as us. It is really important to have that. Lies number 4, you don't need anybody to fight your battle. That is so far from the truth. One thing we need to understand is that we are easier prey when we are alone than when we are with people. 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 8 says, your enemy the devil prowl around like a roaring lion looking for somebody to devour. And this go back to what I've just talked about. Having somebody to pray for you and pray with you when things are going down. One thing the devil loves, he loves somebody who's vulnerable. He loves somebody that he can easily attack. He loves somebody who doesn't know their self-worth. He loves somebody who thinks that they can do it all on their own. But no, you need your people. You need your people to go to war with you. You need your people to be ready when warfare attacking you. You need your people to literally pray with you, worship with you, and pray for you. Trust me, you cannot fight no battle alone. You cannot make it where you want to be alone. And the enemy is going to cry to make you believe that's true, but that is not the truth. And today I am here to remind you of this. Life number 5, going to church is optional. We need to understand that we are normal at the times where we went to church only because our parents were asking us to go to church, or we went to church just because we felt like we had to go to church. Going to church is not optional. Church is your covering. The house of the Lord is your covering. Hebrews chapter 10 verses 25 say, "Do not give up meeting together as some are in the habit of doing." Being able to be in the house of the Lord with other people, other like-minded individuals, serving in the church, worshiping, praising God there, it's literally a blessing. And it's one of the best places where you can literally meet like-minded individuals like yourself who are growing in Christ, who are becoming better, who want to become better, or who want to build a better relationship with Christ and other community. If you're still looking, where can I find a community? Where can I be around other people? And also, don't get me wrong. I know it's not all church that are as welcoming, and it's not also all church that basically have what you are looking for. And if you have not yet found the church that basically have what you're looking for, still look for that. The church is one of the best places where you can build that community. Because being able to serve together in church, being able to have Bible study together, being able to worship together is literally one of the best way, to build community and to also get to know one another. Life number 6, and this is going to be our last one. I am an independent woman and I do not need anybody's help. But let me break your bubble. Independence without interdependence is pride. Unfortunately. James chapter 4 verses 6 tell us, God opposes the proud but give grace to the humble. You need to understand that you need people in life. Like, you don't need them to survive or anything, but you kind of need them if you want to be better. You kind of need them if you want to be great. You kind of need them if you want to become the person that God has called you to be. And being in an environment with other people, it doesn't just sharp us. It also revealing us the darkest part of ourselves that we didn't know or that we were trying to hide. It's making us work on ourselves more than we would have done if we were alone. I know from experience, when you are in a community with people, or when you're in a good relationship, or when you're around people who are grown-minded, who have a type of mindset that you're looking for or that you're aiming to gain, you tend to realize that there's a lot of things about yourself that you have to work. There's a lot of things about yourself that you have to change. There's a lot of things that the Holy Spirit needs to deliver you from. I believe that is one of the reasons why God wants us, to build community, because like He literally say, confess to one another and pray with one another. I don't remember exactly the verse, but I will put it somewhere. And that is literally one of the reasons why I do believe that community is so important, because when we fell down, when the enemy kind of shame us, sometimes we say, oh, we're just going to confess to God. We're just going to talk to God. But here's the thing. Talking to God, yes, it is good, but it's easy for you to fall down and fall short again, because nobody knows your imperfection. Everybody thinks that you are great, you are better. But when you talk to somebody else and you're able to be vulnerable with that person, and not in a way that the person is going to go and gossip about what's going on in your life, but in a way where the person is going to want to pray for you, the person is going to, kind of help you be better. It's going to help you realize that, oh my God, this is actually really, really bad, because you've talked to somebody and the person is like, just talking, just having that out is making you realize that this is bad and I really need to change. And it makes you, actually want to change it. This is something that I want you to remember. Doing life alone is not strength. It's disobedience. God called us to community. And if you keep choosing isolation, you're choosing weakness. So here is my challenge to you. Stop doing life by yourself and plug into a godly community. Be intentional about fellowship, because your growth, your healing, and your purpose depend on it. And please let me know in the comment who is the person that God used to sharpen you when you were weak. If you have somebody like that, just drop their name below, or literally just say, I have one, because you never know who can help. It can encourage other people to understand that this is a really serious message and they should not neglect this at all. And if this hits you, don't just scroll. Subscribe down below, because we are going deeper every single week. It is time to go together. See you next week, guys.